Listen, just because we're at the Seaport doesn't mean it's not Touchscreen Tuesday.
Yeah.
And y'all know what this was supposed to be. We were supposed to be talking about the GOAT Brady and the way that he shredded the Dallas Cowboys. But they had some tricks up their sleeves. Whether it was 5-man or 4-man front, they were going to add an extra blitzer and play defense behind it. And my goodness, did it work on the GOAT.
2 clips. Dan Quinn really treated second down like third down. That's when he got creative with his rushes. So when we break the huddle, the first thing we do, quarterbacks, offensive line, we get to the line of scrimmage, you go, what's our front? Right now, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man front. We got to make sure my 5 bigs, which are my 5 offensive linemen, block the 5 guys that we treated the bigs.
What I want you to notice, here on the side, we have Leighton Vander Esch playing in, and up top, we also have another backer in Barr. We have Micah Parsons here, who we know is the guy that they want to rush, and we're going to create a blitz-type pressure without losing our men up front that we drop now into coverage so we can still have eyes on the quarterback.
And that's where you mess me up, is because your 4 defensive linemen, what we call bigs, are now inside. He's now a big off the ball, but my offensive line is really going to go to the 5 guys at the line of scrimmage. The second thing is this, RC. Right now, this to me as a quarterback, it kind of looks like what we're going to call cover 3 or cover 1 single high at the snap.
So here's what's slick. It's actually going to be a 2-deep zone, but by dropping Malik Hooker into this spot as the middle runner, you're going to get a 3-deep type look, so now you can't pressure up the middle. Here's what's important, though. Leighton Vander Esch and Anthony Barr, they're going to draw the tackle, which is going to leave Micah Parsons one-on-one with a backer, with a running back in Leonard Fournette, and we think we can win that every single time.
That's the terrible situation for me. I just told everybody, Micah Parsons is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, right? I want offensive linemen to block him, but you talked about this, RC. This is a cover 2 look, so zone. I got 7 guys, or you had 7 guys dropping in coverage, and you mentioned it. Micah Parsons, one of the best pass rushers in the league, trying to get blocked by Leonard Fournette. Impossible job for that veteran tailback to go. You got your cover 2 droppers, nowhere to throw the football. That's 2nd and down. Dan Quinn said if I get him to 3rd down, the game's going to be over. Very next look, you're going to get a 4-man front for me. Again, I walk up to the line of scrimmage. I got 4-man front with 2 linebackers dropped off the football.
So now here's what's great, right? We're going to have guys lined up 3 across right here. So they're going to have to figure out on the move exactly what the call is. Here's the genius in what Dan Quinn was able to do. This is Trayvon Diggs. We're thinking that if Trayvon Diggs ends up being the slot defender on Mike Evans, that you're in man. Why? Because he's not an inside corner.
Exactly. So I'm thinking man coverage. Again, I got my 5 offensive linemen. I want them to block these 4 defensive linemen and then maybe one of those backers. Here's Dan Quinn again. What he does, he drops those 2 defensive linemen. Again, dropping those 2 defensive linemen. Squat corner, cover 2 safety. This defender drops down, and there's that matchup problem for me as an offense.
So you get the exact same thing that you got on the first call, but now what we're doing is we're going to defend deep by coverage. We have 2 guys high, and we're going to get the pressure by Micah Parsons up the middle. When you drop these 2 guys in the apex, you're telling Tom Brady, you have to check it down in order to make a play. Here's Jaron Curse on the outside as well. They're making the Tampa Bay Buccaneers adjust to them by personnel instead of the other way around.
And this is why I want to go back and show everybody this, because everybody at home might be watching this and go, well, he's got the tight end wide open. Yes, he's going to have this tight end. We want to attack cover 2. He's going to have that tight end bending on that seam. It's a beautiful job design-wise. The reality is this. There's that linebacker beating a tailback again in protection. Tom Brady has no option to throw the football to because of the pressure by Vander Esch and him getting his left hand up. And while that tight end's open, that matchup pressure again is what gets me off the field.
Here's why this is intelligent. What's the way to pressure Tom Brady? You want to put pressure into the face of Tom Brady in the middle of the defensive line. You were able to do that by adding a linebacker. Also, what was the only way to create explosive plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Get your best guy matched up on the 2nd cornerback of the Dallas Cowboys, who was now DeRon Bland. Dan Quinn went to his playbook and said, you know what? We're going to use our best rooms and our best positions against the best player that's ever lived. And right now, that best player might be headed to Vegas or maybe even home.
Ooh, more on that.